Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a new game. This is Dragonic Descendant versus Dragonic Overlord, the cross battle of, well, the Dragon Empire, right? And also the battle for Kai's favorite deck. So I'm gonna go first, riding the Rising Phoenix. He rides into Lava Flow Dragon, finding the cross, discarding it immediately for that one card filter. He's attacking for 21,000 power here. I'm gonna go say no guard, he checks into the end, and I get that nice draw trigger defensive because I'm a beast. So we do ride into the new Grade 2 Eradicator, which is called Spark Rise Dragon. It has a really nice skill, on place Vanguard Circle, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add an Eradicator into your hand, and if you did so, you need to discard a card from your hand. So that's really good. This deck is so consistent. Honestly, it's better than Blouse. When we are speaking of consistency, this is probably one of the most consistent decks or archetypes in the game of Vanguard. So we do call the Grade 1 here, which is called Vibro Crusher Dragon. On plays, can't blast 1. If your Vanguard is Grade 2 or above, you draw a card and you choose one of your opponent's back row rear guards, move it into an open front row rear guard circle. So this is another Eradicator, which is Grade 2, Suhail. So on plays, if your Vanguard is an Eradicator, discard 1, bind one of your opponent's front row rear guards, draw a card. Just simply so good. It works on Vanguard and rear guard circle. So the Grade 1 called, that is amazing. That is Linooski, which is just basically she just replaces Mighty Bolt Dragoon on plays Vanguard rear guard circle. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Add an Eradicator into your hand, and if you've done so, discard 1. You can see how consistent this deck is with so many cards being able to find their pieces. So we do check into Linooski here. Instant damage trigger check. So Spark Rise Dragon has a second ability, Vanguard Rearguard Circle. When its attack hits the enemy's Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, draw a card. And that's the reason why I attacked with it first, because I want to get a nice draw. So we do attack with the Zuitan, with Gaiban giving that plus 3,000 power to Zuitan, making it a 20,000 powered column, hitting through that defensive trigger. Zuitan's after battle effect in Soul, and draw 1. So Zuitan is still very much needed for the Eradicator deck because first of all, he has that Eradicator name, and secondly, he's just really solid, right? When bind, just get 5,000 power, giving your Gauntlet Buster Dragon even more power, and it also refunds himself in Soul, giving it 1 card back, having that nice Mirage effect. So he rides into Striken here and calls the Turret Cannon. So the Striken is a pretty cool and interesting tech, which Dragonic Overlord, the cross players take, giving the cross an instant additional crit. So he's gonna swing for 3 crits and 3 crits if he does take that force 2. So we do ride into that nice Gauntlet Buster Dragon. So no lie, as of this new Eradicator deck, Gauntlet Buster Dragon is still pretty much the main carry. So yup, we've got that nice SBR. Suhail is called. So Suhail is amazing. He makes the deck cost less counterblast, so Suhail's bind goes off even without requiring any counterblasts. And he even offers that 1 card exchange. Because all your Vanguards are gonna be Eradicators. Almost half the deck has that Eradicator name, so no worries there. He gets that plus 5,000 power when he's continuous, when he's on an additional rearguard circle as well. So hitting for 19 if on XL2. So we're gonna be going off with a very first fierce turn here. So this is gonna be swinging for 19,000 power against the Striken, and because of the fact that he didn't drive check, Striken can't attack on the Vanguard circle. He's gonna be losing that 1 card here, which could potentially backfire. Oh, the man checks into a draw trigger immediately. Man, this guy is good. So we are swinging with Gauntlet Buster straight away. This is a 27,000 power, boosted by 8. Oh!
Thumbs up, man!
This is 4 damage. Just exactly what I needed. And that's lethal. Is he gonna check a heal trigger here, or is the game over? That's the first damage, that's second damage, that's a critical trigger, not what he needed. Oh, he draws into the heal. Oh, Jesus, that's game 1. Alright, we're back with game 2 now. So Kagero player is gonna go first, riding that Ermo. It's my turn. And I do reply that Rising Phoenix, pretty much the staples of each deck, Rising Phoenix, Ermo. Check into Dragonic Descendant, nice, and he damage checks into Heat Shot Dragon. He's gonna be choosing the right here, he writes into the promo card Burn Rise Dragon, and just simply attacks. Oh, he's calling Striken, he's gonna be pushing damage. So, can't actually throw 15 here for no pass because he's gonna have an attack on the rear guard circle as well. Oh, instant critical trigger, nice. And I replied that juicy heal as well because I'm a talented player myself. It's gonna be 5k guard and quick shield is discarded. So we do ride into Spark Rise Dragon again. This is pretty much the best grade 2 ride you want to be on because Spark Rise Dragon on Vanguard Circle on place, he does get that plus 5000 power as well, and he has that sweet on hit effect, which is really good. So Spark Rise Dragon, your best ideal grade 2 ride. You don't want to be having this post turn 3 because his power gain is only on Vanguard Circle, and his effect, although nice, it's not going to be that easy to hit. So we're going to be calling the Zuitan first before activating Suhail's effect to bind that Striken. So we do get that plus 5000 power to Zuitan, making it hit through that 10k base Vanguard. So we do attack with the Spark Rise Dragon first, which has that on-hit ability to draw a card. So he's not going to be wanting to let me hit here, throwing the 20k for a no pass. We do check into Linooski, which is really nice. Always want to see her. Attacking with Zuitan now, because Suhail is only at 9000 power base, which can't hit. So after the battle, Zuitan's going to go soul and give us that 1 card draw. So the deck has no soul issues at all. Oh, straight up G assist. And oh wow, he actually finds the Dragonic Overlord DN instead of the cross, so not really what he wanted. We're gonna see how this game pans out. So he's gonna remove from play 1 Heat Shot Dragon and 1 critical trigger. And the gift of choice is... You see the Force 1 markers in hand. Oh, that's a signed Blast the Dark marker, that's really nice. So the gift of choice is Force 1. So Force 1 is usually taken when you want to scale later in the game because Force 1 is a marker that scales better as the game prolongs. Right, so we do see him drawing into that Lava Flow, which is actually really good because with that Lava Flow he can now use it to be able to potentially find the cross, which he's lacking of at the moment. Let's see if he does find the cross here. Nope, that's really unfortunate. Oh, he does call critical trigger because he needs to be at 4 hand after the drive checks so he can use the end's ability to restand and get another drive. So here's another attack. And Gunbust goes down into the damage zone. So we're guarding for 1 here because we're feeling a bit cheeky. Oh wow! There's some nice guarding. This is a 23k attack. Guarding with another Genie. We want to be at low damage as possible. Oh wow, this is not what we want to be riding. So both players not riding the ideal Vanguards. So we're going to be first riding into Descendant here. So Descendant on place Vanguard Circle. If you rode on top of an Eradicator, you get to copy the effect. So in this case, we get to copy the effect of Spark Rise Dragon, which we are using right now on place Vanguard Circle, get 5000 power, and look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add an Eradicator to hand. So Zuitan is added here. Well, Zuitan is always nice, giving that nice Mirage effect. But unfortunately, Dragonic Descendant does not copy the name of the unit. So yeah, it would have been much better, right? Because if it does copy Gauntlet Blaster, even Zuitan will be able to power up the Dragonic Descendant, which, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So Nesku is called, another Zuitan is called. Nesku, get the top 5 cards of the deck. And what do we find? Oh, Gauntlet Blaster. Nope, it's Rising Phoenix, we are cheating here. We can only add Eradicators. Oh, my opponent has spotted my miss. Nope. And I'll be going back to the Gauntlet Buster, which I will just discard. So no foul there. So we do call the Vibro Crusher Dragon, which is really nice because the deck doesn't use that much Counterblast. So having an on-place Counterblast draw 1 is just really solid. We are using Descendant's Effect, which works on Vanguard Rearguard Circle, Soul Blast 1, bind a Rearguard anywhere from the opponent's side, and after that your opponent chooses one of his back row Rearguards and moves it up. It's compulsory. So plus 5,000 to the Zuitans. And Rising Phoenix is revived from the drop zone. Fly, Phoenix, fly. So thinking where to place the Phoenix. So Vibro Crusher is called. So Counterblast 1, and he moves the lava flow up. So right here, it's kind of bad, right? Because Zuitan requires the enemy front row rearguards to be empty after it attacks the Vanguard to move into Soul. So this is a 19,000 power attack at his lava flow. He lets it go. So the Vanguard is at 17 plus 8. This is a 25,000 power attack. If the attack does not hit, it can restand. So he lets it hit. And we do check in the draw trigger here. So power given to Zuitan. No damage triggers there. So Spark Rise Dragon has that nice ability as well. So on hit Vanguard, we do draw 1. So Zuitan attacks. This is 19,000. We're swinging at that poor Tar just so we can get this in. So this is a 24,000 power attack. He's cutting for a 30 here. He doesn't want to be at 4 damage. Zuitan insole draw. Gonna be passing our turn over here. And oh wow, we do see the cross here. He's gonna ride it. And he does ride the cross here, getting yet another Force 1 marker. This is gonna be a scary turn. Checking just 1 critical could spell the end of the game basically. Using the cross ability. And copies the end. So he's swinging at Vanguard for 33,000 power. No guard is given. Checks into critical trigger here. That's huge. Heal trigger.
Boom! Boom!
Damn, that's a double trigger. This man be strong. This is gonna be an extremely scary restand. Oh my god, this is why Kagero doesn't need rear guards. It's just a one-man army. So discarding 3 here is gonna restand the Vanguard. This is gonna be 33. This is gonna be a 63,000 power attack. Oh my, with no damage triggers. Yep. Fortunately, I threw the PG there. He checks in the heat shot, no triggers. Counterblast 1, restand, and drive. It's still gonna be 1 drive here. Still a 63,000 power attack. I'm gonna throw that double heal there for 52. This is a 62. It's gonna be a 5 more for 1 here. This is making a 67. This is a 1 to pass. And I call it 1 to pass. Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh my, living life on the edge, honestly. Damn. That was an... Yep, it's just an explosive turn. So we do ride from Descendant into Descendant. This is quite the disaster, honestly. So we do copy the Descendant here, which will give us the ability to attack twice. I mean, to restand twice. So Suhail is called discarding 1. Simply just to filter and get a card draw here. And he's at 19 power base. So this is a rather awkward turn. I'm not sure. This is my first time riding from Descendant into Descendant. Usually this is best played out. Descendant into Descendant when your opponent's at 5 damage and you could get that potential double restand, but yeah, this is kind of awkward, right? Because Descendant, when its attack hits, you can't actually restand it anymore, so we're gonna swing unboosted just so we can get that restand. So checking the critical trigger here, and I'll be thinking how best to, well, place this critical trigger. Well, placing it on Vanguard wouldn't work out, right? Because if he does take the attack and checks into defensive triggers, it would spell the end of my turn, and most likely I would die the following turn. So critical trigger here most likely should be, the best course of action should be applied to Cho-Oh. So we do give it to Cho-Oh here. All effects. Second check, another Cho-Oh. So since the attack didn't hit, this counterblast 1, discard 1, restand Vanguard, and it loses 1 drive. No guard is called. Oh, checking to yet another critical trigger. So this is really, really amazing. So that's double triggers on Cho-Oh. That's double critical triggers, making Cho-Oh 34,000 power attack double critical. So since the attack didn't hit again, be able to discard 1 and restand, and it loses a drive. So Descendant is at 0 drives right now. So we attack with Rising Phoenix, boosted by Vibro Crusher. This is going to be a 5k guard, and attacking with Suhail for 19. It's going to be a 10k guard. Attacking with Cho-Oh, this is a 34,000 powered attack with 3 criticals. And he does throw that 1 card Sentinel. Wow, that card is amazing. So if we had a Gaiban here, he wouldn't have been able to use the Sentinel. So really unlucky. Gaiban is really, really important. So we do Counterblast 1 to restand the Cho-Oh. So wow, he barely survived. And yep, made it through the turn. It's going to be using the Cross's ability yet again. Swinging for 33 again. I'm going to be calling no guard because I can't guard. Oh, instant critical trigger. That's 2 damage. And first check. And second check, no damage trigger. So that's GG. And this is game 3. I'm going to go first, riding into Nesku. So drawing 1 off starter, Nesku top 5. Looking for Eradicator. We're definitely not going to miss. So I'm just contemplating here. So this is a rather greedy play, adding Nesku, because almost half the deck, actually not almost half, it's more than half the deck, are comprised of Eradicators, so filtering 1 Gunbuster off. So we're using the second Nesku's effect. And oh my god, we actually missed here. So this is rather surprising because more than half the deck comprises of Eradicators in him, and missing the top 5 is just really, really strange. Must be a conspiracy. So past the turn, he rides into Lava Flow Dragon, getting that quick shield for going second, looking at the top 5 cards of his deck. And he does find the end, which he discards for immediately. So having that card in drop zone already makes for Torrid Cannon plays for turn 2. He checks into the cross, so already having the perfect ride for grade 3. So we do review our hand for a G-Assist here. So we do find the best grade 2 ride, which is always the one you want to be on, Spark Rise Dragon. Removing 2 of the genies from play. So genies are the best critical triggers for, if you guys want to play crit for Narukami, you have got to play this guy. He's the best one. And looking at top 5 cards, we do find Zuitan here, so discarding that Phoenix, amazing. So moving up the Nesku, so for 3-column attack here, so swinging with Spark Rise first, threatening that on hit for a draw. He's gonna call the no guard here, so we do check into Descendant, and this man straight up defensive trigger always. So we do get that 1 nice draw, so Zuitan into Soul Mirage effect. So that's really nice. First of all, getting that straight up defensive trigger, so he saves on hand cards, shutting down my turn immediately. He calls the Torrid Cannon. And we're going to see if he does play out anything else, because for Torrid Cannon's ability to draw, he's going to require at least 4 cards in hand. And using Torrid Cannon's effect, he's going to retire my Nesku. And using Ermo's ability to countercharge and filter by 1, he's calling Striker here, just for the offensive push. So no guard is called. Heat Shot Dragon checked, and nice, I reply for defensive trigger myself as well. So we do ride into Gun Bus, which is just really, really sexy. Look at that SVR art. And nice. Zuitan is called. Zuitan's best friend. I mean, Gauntlet's best friend. So we called Suhail here. So using Suhail's effect to discard 1 and draw a card and bind one of his front row rear guards. And power is given as well. So Zuitan gets 5 and Zuitan gives 5 to Gauntlet Buster as well. So Gauntlet Buster giving himself that plus 10,000 power. So the Phoenixes are revived. So fly Phoenix fly. The Phoenixes are back. You just gotta love that full art Phoenix. So we do call Gaiban here. And another Gaiban is called. So we're just rethinking the column powers here. Gauntlet Buster is currently sitting at a 27,000 power, 3 criticals unboosted. So we're going to be moving the Phoenix and changing our alignment here. So double Gaiban column making a 14,000 column. That's a 5k guard. So swinging with the Gaiban first. And this attack pattern is actually very common. If you do play the Gauntlet Buster, you're going to be pushing them to 2 or 3 damage. So you get that lethal. He's going to no guard here. So he's going to be guarding all the other attacks. Oh, he's going to be at 2 damage now, so he no guards the Gauntlet Buster here, and we do check a critical trigger, it's gonna be game over right here and then. So this is a 27 boosted by 11. This is a 38,000 3 critical attack. And with him checking no defensive triggers, it's gonna be a 30k shield for 1. This is very, very expensive to guard, and if you don't have a perfect guard here, it's always really, really hard to just hard guard a Gauntlet Buster Dragon. So that's a 30k shield, making him a 40k base power right now. This is actually just 1. Reconfirming it. Is this actually 1? He has a heal in hand. He throws the heal. This is a 50, making him 60. This is going to be a no pass. He respects the Gauntlet Buster. We do check into that draw trigger and Cho-Oh. So the turn is passed over. He does survive. It's always really, really scary to be playing against Gauntlet Buster. So no lie. Gauntlet Buster is really one of my favorite cards because he can one-tap the enemy right there and then. So the cross is rolled. He puts the Force 2, which is just the marker you always want to be on. And the cross's ability adds the end into Soul, copying its effect. Oh wow, Calamity is called as well, using its effect, plus 15,000 power to the cross. So this could potentially be a game-ending turn right here. And unfortunately, Igniroad's ability misses. It's going to be a 28,000 power attack. I'm going to call no guard and hope for some damage triggers here. Oh, really unfortunate. He checks into a double Calamity Wyvern. First damage trigger already open heal. And we do heal 1 point of damage. You could say this man is just very, very lucky at this point. So he's opting not to discard 3 here. He's going to be using the Counterblast 1 to restand and just simply attack for 1 drive here for 28,000 power against my 22,000 power Vanguard. This is making me a 42k base. It's going to be a no pass here. And he checks into Lava Flow. That's 3 blanks. Really unfortunate. So plus 10,000 power to Igniroad Dragon. And he attacks Gaiban because Gaiban is a big threat, and I'm thinking of protecting Gaiban because it's really, really big on your Descendant turns. So got for 20 there. Keep the change. So at this point, I'm really confident. This is my final turn. I called it. Right. Descend. Dragonic Descendant, copying Gauntlet Buster Dragon's ability. So straight off, we do get that plus 5,000 power and critical because he has that 1 open front row rearguard circle. We call over Rising Phoenix with Zuitan. And Suhail is called. Suhail skill. Discarding 1, discarding yet another Suhail to draw a card and bind his Igniroad Dragon. So at this point, the Phoenix is revived from the drop zone and Zuitan gets 5 as well. So does Descendant, getting another 5000 power and a critical trigger. I mean a critical. So at this point we are set. We're going to be pushing him to 3 damage, making our Descendant lethal. So Cho is called. Attacking with Gaiban first. This is going to be a 5k guard. And he checks into a draw trigger immediately. Damn! That's really good. This is going to be very helpful. So straight off, we're going to be swinging with our lethal attack. This is going to be a 30,000 powered attack. So it's going to be 10 for 1 here and 20 for no pass. Oh no, 20 for 2 here. So if he guts for no pass, if he guts and it's going to be a no hit, Descendant is going to have its ability active and you can actually restand it. We do check in Descendant and a Spark Rise Dragon, so no triggers unfortunately. We do activate Descendant's effect to counterblast 1 and discard a card from hand. I do actually retrieve 1 card back, so restand, losing 1 drive. Double Gaiban's effect activate. So Gaiban is not limited to once per turn, that's why it's so strong. Both effects given to Descendant, making him a 28,000 power. So it's going to be a 10 for 1 here. And my Cho-Os are at 14 with Zuitan sitting at 25,000 power column. So this is a lethal attack. He's going to be throwing for making his Vanguard 25. This is a 48. This is a no pass. So at this point, I guess I'm giving all Gaiban effects to Suhail. So Suhail is currently at plus 11. So 14 plus 11, this is a 25,000 powered attack. No Sentinels, he takes it. And another defensive trigger, making him 33k base. So even Zuitan can't touch him now, so Zuitan goes into Soul to get that 1 card back. So the turn is passed over here. And we're gonna see if he does indeed ride into another The Cross. Nope, he just calls it down and using the Cross's ability, Soul Blast 1, searching for yet another DN, copying it. Oh, this is gonna be a very weak turn for hitting for 13, so unfortunately the footage got cut again. That's my bad, because the battery died. I didn't even realize it. So sorry guys. So what happened was TLDR, he checked into a grade 2 and a draw trigger, and I successfully guarded all the attacks. So I ride into a Gauntlet Buster here because with knowledge of him checking into a grade 2 and a draw trigger, that's gonna be 5. That's gonna be a total of 10k shield in hand with an unknown card that he just drew. So yep, that's gonna be... Gauntlet should be taking care of this pretty easily. He would need to draw into a 15k shield to make 1 pass. So I took the gamble here, riding into the Gauntlet Buster and hoping he didn't actually draw into the 15k shield. So my Gauntlet Buster is currently hitting for 33,000 power. This is a 3 critical attack. He's gonna need to guard with a 25k shield for 1. He's thinking here. So unfortunately, wow, he does draw into that 30k shield, which is exactly what he needed. This is the best card he could have drawn. So this makes him 48k base, and there's a double blanks on my side. So at this point, I'm contemplating whether I should attack with my rear guards, because I don't actually want to be placing him at a 5th damage, because I'm hoping to check a 5th damage heal on my own side. So I pass the turn here, and he restands the cross with no soul. So he rides, he calls the Ignorant Dragon, and he finds the cross. So that's another free unit to board. So he's going to be committing everything to field. This is probably the final turn. His Vanguard won't be able to restand. This is a 13k attack. This is going to be 5k guard. We discarded the Phoenix here. He's attacking for 18. This has no restands, but I have 1 card left. So it's going to be a crit for game. I say no guard. He checks into a double blank. And we do check in double blank ourselves, but we give the thumbs up. and he reveals the 15k shields in hand that he just drive checked. So if we got this attack, oh, we got it, beautiful guard. So this should probably be game here because he only has 15k shields in hand. We give it a thumbs up again. Counterblast 1, Gala Buster, Eradicate, erase that field. Rising Phoenix is revived from the drop zone. So this is a 30k attack. He can't even guard it. And that's a double blank, but this is 3 damage. He's going to be needing a 6 and 7 heal here. He didn't get it, so GG.